everyone. I welcome all of you for today's discussion. Recently, the elections got concluded, and the entire country was like all energetic, vibrant with all kinds of information, emotion, and support. Now, for civil services preparation, we always have to take cue from what is in news and how to make that information apolitical and relevant to general studies preparation. So, just yesterday, when the election results were concluded, there was a very startling information which came before all of us, and that was associated with NOTA. Indore, yes, the largest landslide victory that was associated with the BJP candidate who won the seat from that constituency. The second highlighting feature from that constituency was that highest number of NOTA votes were cast from there. That was more than 2 lakh votes, and it came as a surprise because 2 lakh votes being cast towards NOTA gives a hint that NOTA is just not a tool for rejection or a powerless tool. It is a strong message for democracy that what people aspire for and why do they aspire for it, right? So today, just a brief discussion associated with it and how it is associated with your syllabus is also going to be hinted. First, it is connected to your polity, GS paper 2. It can also be connected to sociology paper 1 and paper 2. In paper 2, you have politics and society. I take sociology optional, henceforth I'm just like connecting this given component associated with sociology paper 2 as well. People who are not opting for sociology optional, those who are preparing only for GS, there also this information will be like readily helpful for you. So from where am I picking the content? I'm also sharing the source so that you can read the detailed material if you want to. There is a 7-page material associated with NOTA, which is given by Association for Democratic Reforms. It is available online, readily accessible for all, and National Election Watch is the, like I would say, source from where they keep posting regularly about a lot of political debates, dialogues, dilemmas, issues from an apolitical stand. So what is the relevance of NOTA when we talk about it? What is the constitutional importance of NOTA? When we discuss about it, two very important subcomponents which NOTA hyphenates for all of us is, first, it is facilitating right to vote and right to not vote for a candidate. Means when I say that we have the right to vote, and in the process of voting, when I say none of the above, NOTA, it implies that by casting a vote, I can also express that I reject all of them because none of them are fulfilling my aspirations. That is possible. Simultaneously, it also facilitates right to secrecy because if you have cast the NOTA, not anyone can catch hold of you or abuse you, misbehave with you or question you because that is also your fundamental right, the right to speech. Okay, so these are the two basic rights that we all can connect with. So the question is, what is right to reject? And NOTA, which is hyphenating the right to reject, how is it an integral part of our fundamental rights? So we need to understand that because voting is a formal expression of our opinion, our will, we can also understand that when a voter is casting a NOTA, the person is rightly saying that I want to remain neutral. I do not approve of the candidacy of the various contestants who are fighting for the election. I do not support their agenda, and my priority agenda is something different. Maybe it is associated with environmental causes, maybe it is associated with safety of women, and they are seeing that safety for women or environment is not on the top of their list. There can be any issue. There can be distasteful experience associated with unemployment. Any reason which can trigger those people, which can facilitate their presence in the, we can say, election room, and in the ballot box, they are choosing that here is my distasteful experience, which I'm expressing through my vote. So we can see that right to reject has the genus in freedom of speech. That's how we can understand, because it is also a choice. It is also a belief. It is also expressing the person's thinking, or it is also facilitating the right to expression. Now the question arises, if NOTA was not there, then what would have been the repercussion? See, there can be people who are frustrated and angry, and they want to express their anger towards all political parties. They want them to rethink, they want them to reconsider their agenda. But if they don't have a tool, and suppose they are sitting back at home and not voting, the emotion does not get expressed. NOTA actually hyphenates that emotion. When we are saying that someone is expressing a NOTA or the right to reject button, what really unfolds for all of us in democracy, which we all can see that is happening, is that the frustration gets expressed, the disinterest gets expressed, and it is a very, I would say, healthy sign that democracy is getting a vent of people's anger or dissatisfaction out. Even if it is a minuscule crowd, it should have a legal expression, a formal expression, where they can say that whatever is being crafted is not acceptable to me. Some people do get scared that what if majority vote for NOTA? In that case, fresh election would get conducted. My consideration is that if about 1% of India's voting population has cast NOTA votes, I mean, when I saw the all over India percentage, it was about 0.98%. That means about 1% of the voters cast NOTA. What message does it carry? Especially, like I would say in future, like let's say all the leaders of Indore, they will try to understand why so many people went to the polling booth, yet they cast NOTA. Means what can be the probable reason? If they start speculating about that, they will try to unfold, they'll try to understand the core reasons which people aspire for. There is a possibility of better participation. The voicelessness of people is not going to be unheard. There will be better communication between potential leaders and the masses. That is what NOTA facilitates, right? So when we are talking about NOTA, we need to understand that the NOTA option, it is right to express the disapproval of the voter. Along with that, this disapproval is something which will motivate the systematic change that can happen in political parties. Along with that, it is going to strengthen political integrity of a country further by understanding the true aspirations of the people. Along with this, we can also see that it is going to strengthen the process of governance of the country. It is going to facilitate that in future, the political parties get compelled to nominate a sound candidate so that negative voting does not happen. In that situation, people are understanding the core demand for NOTA and the core reason because of which people are going for such an option. If we are seeing that it is going to further facilitate any other kind of negative voting, that will also be a clear signal for democracy that what more needs to be done. I think it's a very progressive, I would say, option in democracy whereby people's aspiration gets heard. So the question is NOTA exclusive to Lok Sabha elections? No, not really. The presence of this NOTA has been associated with the practice and procedure of Parliament for voting, whereby we can see that our MPs have three options whenever they are voting for something. One is A, yes, then there is no, that is N for no, and then that is the B option. So, and then after that we have abstain. This abstain, in other words, is NOTA. What for common people is NOTA, for parliamentarians, the word is abstain. Okay, so abstain is an option which is exercised at higher level. Simultaneously, we can see the constitutional interpretation of the Lily Thomas judgment. The Lily Thomas case was there, which was associated with the interpretation of right to reject. And that is something which is inherent in the philosophy of parliament's sovereignty aspect. So when we are talking about the introduction of NOTA button in the EVMs, it is associated with the elements of sovereignty and democracy of our country.